Hi guys, today we'll set up a Github workflow that will run unit test when any new pull request or commit came to your repository. So to do that, we first have to create a folder named .github, and inside that we will create our workflow files. It will be a YAML file. You can name it any you want. So first we have to specify the name of our workflow, which will be shown on Github. Then we have to specify the event at which this workflow will be fired. So I want this workflow to be fired when any new pull request came to the branches, development branch, say main branch. And also I also want this workflow to run when any new commit is pushed to main or development branch. You can do this according to your choice, and you can also have a choice of workflow dispatch to manually running this workflow. Then we have to specify the jobs we want in this workflow to be run. So our first job will be unit test. You can name it as you want. And then we have to specify the operating system. So I want this workflow to be run on an ubuntu-latest operating system. And then we have to specify the steps involved in this. So talking about a general overview, what we have to do in the steps, like as this is a node project, so I will set up a node environment. I am using MongoDB databases, so I also set up a MongoDB environment, then installing the dependencies and then running the test. So these are the jobs that we have to perform. But the first job we have to perform is checkout so that we can access the repository content. So it is a built-in action provided by GitHub that help us to allow repository content means its code. Then once we have access to our repository code, then we will set up a environment. First we will set up a node environment. We again use a built-in action provided by GitHub, which is setup node. It takes arguments, so we are providing arguments with which is the node version, which node version we want to run. So I want to run here node version 15. So I'm providing. You can provide any node version here you want. At the end of this video, I will also specify a one different way to do that. Before setting up a MongoDB environment, I want to tell you how you can run the unit test so that if you have any another database, you can set up that and run the test accordingly. Before running test, we have to install the dependencies. You can do this in different steps, but I am doing it in a single step. So we want to run Using operator, we can run multiple commands here. First command is npm ci, which is npm clean install and install all the dependencies present in our package.json. Second command will be just running our test. Make sure you have the test script present in package.json file. Right? I specified here. I am running the test through Mocha. Okay. So now our node environment is set up and we are good to go with test. But I am using a MongoDB database here, so I first have to estab- create a MongoDB environment in the workflow. So to do that, we will search an action that will provide a MongoDB environment in our workflow. You can search any workflow you want, which are pre-built and which are contributed by other users also in the GitHub marketplace. So as you can see there, this section helps us to use MongoDB in our workflow. So we have completed these steps. Now we just have to set up this. Make sure you correct the indentation because in YAML file indentation matters. Now we specify the version of MongoDB we want to use. And we will also specify the port of MongoDB, which is used from our app to communicate. So my app is using 27017 port to communicate with MongoDB database. So I specified here. In this way, you can specify any. If you're using some different database in your testing scripts, you can search the action for that and specify the configurations here. After that, you have to push these workflow to your repository. So as you can see, I have pushed successfully my changes to my GitHub repo, and you can see this folder appeared here, and you can see it started action automatically here. So as in workflow file, I specified here push. So when I push to my main branch, this workflow gets automatically triggered. It is running all the jobs. So my workflow name is test as specified here, running on Ubuntu latest, and it is performing all the steps line by line. First checking out, setting up node environment, starting MongoDB, installing push any when I create a new pull request to my main or dev run, then also this workflow will run. I will demonstrate this to you. First creating a new branch, then I will create some dummy changes to this and commit those changes. My testing branch. So when I will create a new pull request from my testing branch to my main branch, then this workflow will also run. As you can see there, the workflow is started. So in this way, you can create your workflow that will run your unit test. Meantime, while this workflow is running, I will show you the test I have. In the test folder, I have test for my three models I created, and it is running all those tests line by line. I have used Mocha and Child for writing these tests. So if these workflow fails means the contributor has broken something. So this way we can test peers very fastly. Very Most of the open source organizations use these unit tests to run at GitHub so that they can check the peers effectively.